Today in the news, Microsoft has a window to the cloud, an imposter is among us, and Intel does things. What's up guys, I'm Snows, and this is your boot sequence. Let's get started with Microsoft. A couple of weeks ago, the company revealed what they called Windows 365. As you can probably guess, given the 365 in the name, it's another money-grabbing subscription service. Windows 365, as its name suggests, is basically Windows 10 in the cloud, and you get to pay Microsoft some money for it. Just like many cloud gaming companies, Windows is using its servers to host your Windows session, and you can choose from many different configurations for your needs. Today though, Microsoft released their pricing model, and wow, it's expensive. For a system with one virtual CPU, 2 GB of RAM, and 64 GB of storage, it's $24 USD. That's okay. 2 V-cores and 8 gigs of RAM is around $45 to $54, and the highest end, just an 8-core virtualized CPU with 32 gigs of RAM, will cost you up to $162 a year. That's insane. Thankfully, Windows 365 is targeted to businesses, so it kind of makes sense that the pricing is this ridiculous. It has to be pretty much plug and play and have a direct line of support from the company. In contrast, a service like, Hostinger is less than half the price, but you have to configure pretty much everything yourself. Next up, we got 3DFX in the news. Yes, 3DFX, the company that once ruled the GPU industry, followed by a complete failure and went bankrupt in the early 2000s. Thankfully, 3DFX continued to live through NVIDIA's eyes, since, the Green Team bought pretty much most of 3DFX's assets and intellectual properties. So why am I talking about 3DFX? Well, apparently, they're coming back. Or at least that's what this account over on Twitter wants you to believe. This account was just created in July, which means, it's possible that it's a hoax. What's interesting though is that this Twitter account is actually planning on revealing something this Thursday on August 5th. And that announcement says that they will discuss new hardware, goals for the next 12 months, and many more exciting announcements. Eesh. Sure. There's a small part of me that would like 3DFX to come back, but with what? They don't own something worth anything anymore. The only person I know of that is keeping 3DFX alive is the guy who is manufacturing Voodoo 5 6000 cards from old stock. By the way, you could still buy one of those if you're interested. So yeah, 3DFX making an actual comeback? Big meh. Then we have Intel in the news. One of the executives at the company took some photos during a visit at their research and development facilities. Well, on one of these photos, they had some juicy information on the next generation of Thunderbolt. While the photo was swiftly deleted real quick, AnandTech managed to keep a copy, and it shows that the next gen Thunderbolt would reach speeds of 80 gigabits per second. That's 10 gigabytes per second, insanely fast. We would really need that at the office. Given that we didn't have a speed increase for Thunderbolt 4, this will be a welcome upgrade for Thunderbolt 5. Also, with Intel, their discrete GPUs just keep playing peekaboo with us. A new benchmark for the device has been spotted on Geekbench. The score is real bad, with it being about as good as a mid-range card from 2016. But this is the smallest GPU from the DG2 family. And you know what? Its boost clock is getting faster at 2.2 gigahertz. That's higher than most of NVIDIA's current models, but well below what AMD can achieve. By the way, yes, I know clock speed isn't the be-all end-all of GPUs, it's not that important, but my theory was that for Intel to compete, they would need at least RX 6700 XT levels of clock speeds for their 1024 execution units. Unfortunately, this could be just another laptop chip being tested on a desktop platform. By the way, in case you were wondering, according to rumors floating around, Intel will apparently have their GPUs, their discrete desktop GPUs, ready to announce for CES of next year. Honestly, I can't even trust Intel with their timelines. Why would I trust some leaks? Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for the catch up today. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Drop a like if you liked it, a comment if you want to talk about today's stories. As usual, you can click right here to see the latest video, right here to subscribe to the channel. Stay frosty, my dudes, and I'll see you on the next one. No, I didn't have a stroke just now. It's just the way I speak.